What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mike Rashid.
And Simeon Panda here.
This is Lions, Owls, and Elephants.
Episode 3.
And we were just having a very serious discussion just now. We're going to fill y'all in. Simeon just had some major shit go down in his life. And Sim, I think you should talk about it, about this really cute dog you just got. You know?
Yeah, we got a little Labradoodle mini, little fluff ball named Cody. It is the cutest thing.
This Labradoodle is cute. Just that breed, the name of the breed is cute.
Nah, it is. I mean, me and Shan were going back and forth on what dog to get. I had my options. And
what were your first top 3?
Okay, I didn't really have a top 3. I had just like one that I really wanted, and it's begins with an S. It's Japanese.
Shih Tzu?
No. Shibu or something. Shibu something. Like, it was like a fluffy, like wolf-looking kind of dog.
Fluffy, like Michael Hearn's dog. Like
yeah, like a husky-looking dog.
That dog is too beautiful. It's too cute.
Which one?
Michael Hearn's dog. It's like, why is his dog so man. Pretty?
Yeah, and his dog's well behaved because I trained with him the other day, and his dog was there, and it just chilled, like, you know. And to be honest, if you're gonna have a dog in the gym,
it
needs to be like that.
Listen. My dog has obedience training. He's 100% off leash, and I feel like you owe it to your dog, you owe it to yourself, and to everybody else to train your dog properly. Because so many times I see people. I remember outside one of the LA Fit Expos, it was like 3 years ago. This guy was out there trying to flex with his dog. He had a pit bull, trying to be cool. It was on a leash, and the dog wasn't trained. And it was when a lot of people came around and started going crazy. And he's trying to be cool, and he's like fucking choking the dog. So I went and choked him, and I told him like, "Yo, you need to train your dog." But nah, the dog has a better life. You have a better experience with the dog. You know what I mean?
What's your opinion on like when? Because back in the UK, growing up, a lot of guys would get dogs that looked vicious and just kind of tried to make themselves seem
trying to be tough guys.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. It's silly. Like my dog, he's an intimidating looking dog.
Yeah, but
he's just a sweetheart.
Yeah. You were saying, yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But you know, it's funny because initially I wanted him to have attack training. And my dad was adamantly against it.
Why?
My dad used to train dogs, so he said basically when they learn that, they lose a part of their personality. They're real cold, right?
Okay.
And he said dogs will naturally have a protection instinct to you and the family and the household, right? And he couldn't have been more right. Like Floyd, he always looks after the smallest kid. Whoever's the smallest, that's who he hangs around the most.
Oh, yeah?
You know, my sons, they got in a fight one time, it was a couple years ago. He went and protected the little one, and he kept knocking the big one down. He wouldn't hurt him.
Yeah,
he just kept knocking him down.
Yeah.
I was standing there watching, amazed, like, wow, how the fuck did you know? You know what I mean? Anybody comes close to the house, he barks, and I don't tell him to shut up. That's his job. And he gets rewarded for that. Yeah. You know, to alert, because we don't hear what they can hear, you know what I mean? Or smell what they smell. So if a stinky motherfucker coming, you know, he let you know this motherfucker stink. But no, I think it's goofy when dudes try to flex and look tough with their dog. You know what I mean?
Like an extension of their masculinity.
It's an insecurity. Listen, when I took Floyd, he stayed with me in Miami for a while, right? Every morning, people just love him. They want to rub him. His job every morning was to go downstairs in the lobby and lay down, and people just love on him, and it feels good to him. He loves it, and it's making other people feel good. Yeah, that's what a dog is for, not to fucking look tough and try to scare people. You're not scared. Because this is the thing. Everybody out there, all you dog owners, and you think you got these fucking vicious killer dogs. Dogs are not loyal to you. My dog's not loyal to me. A dog is loyal to whoever's going to love it and give it food. So your worst enemy can come in and throw your dog a steak, and he's gonna run off with him. So you think you got a dog and you're tough and all of that shit? Nah, it's not like that. And that's why I love animals, because they're fucking, you know what you get. You know what I mean? They're not clever and they're not trying to deceive you and sneaky and shit.
I mean, it's been an experience for us because I'm super busy, Shan's super busy, and now you have to there's someone else to look after. There's something, you just can't, you have to take your time out to help, and make sure that the little Cody's clean, make sure that he goes to toilet in the area that he's supposed to go,
Right.
make sure his food's there. It's like it's a different experience. We've only had him 2 days,
Right.
and already we're like, whoa, this is interesting.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, especially right
So-
now because how old is he?
He's 9 weeks.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah.
And there's like a little preparation for what's next, you know, kids, you know, like so.
No doubt.
you know,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
like,
Let's
you know,
talk about that. Let's talk about that.
What is that to talk about? I'm just saying.
Wait. So y'all hear it first. Simeon Panda is preparing for his child
Look at this
with
guy.
a dog.
Look at this
That's
guy.
That's the prep. Is that in the plans?
It's not in the plans, nah.
But it's inevitable.
It is in the big plan of life, you know.
For sure,
But
for sure.
it's not like in an immediate plan.
Right.
But it's just nice to have that experience of, like I said, having to look after someone else, something else, you know.
For sure. But you know what? I'm gonna say this. I was a parent at a young age, and even without training, your instincts is gonna kick in regardless.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
just know what to do.
Yeah.
It's just you have.
I
this
mean, but
person-
for me personally, I can be very, I'll use the word selfish sometimes, you know, in just where it comes to like business, I just knuckle down and
Right.
this needs to be sorted first.
right.
Like this has priority, and this is kind of it's gonna teach me to, you know, spread my time, you know, like because I know that I do have a little bit of an issue there where I will just, if I've got some like work to do,
Right.
that's coming I need to get it done.
Yeah.
Everything else can wait, and I can even get stressed and I can let that rub off on, you know, other people with my emotions, and I shouldn't do that, you know. So this will help, you know,
Right.
in terms of like, you can't just like, I can't just continue doing my work when the dog's like
Crying
shitting
to
and
go
pissing
outside,
everywhere and
yeah.
crying, you know. I got to do something.
Yeah,
you know?
that was a thing with me. Like Floyd, I'd be tired or something, and he had the weirdest time that he want to go outside, and he would stand by the door, just quiet, just chilling, right? And I'd be like, no, please just don't cry. And then he just start crying, and then he'll start talking.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, this guy's trying to talk. He'd be like, I'm like, what are you
saying?
All right, let me get up.
Yeah.
And then it ain't like he could just let himself back in, so I got to hang around until he's done.
You go do your thing. That's
but
it.
now he's 4 now, and I know him perfectly. I know when he's got to go. You know, it's like clockwork. We got a system, and it's good. So yeah, one thing you got to do is, I'm gonna recommend you a trainer. Right, I know a really good guy.
Local.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's actually a world-renowned animal trainer.
Okay.
Matter of fact, the Hangover,
Okay,
Narnia,
yeah,
like all of these big movies.
Yeah.
Any big movie with animals, 9 times out of 10, he's on set training those animals, and a lot of times his animals are in those movies. He got monkeys. He has wolves.
Wow.
He has wolf dogs. He has dogs. He has, I believe, he got an elephant, a lion. The motherfucker got a lion, bro.
Does it have an owl?
He don't got an owl, bro.
Elephant.
He got right, exactly. He don't got an owl. I think owls are super hard to get, like licenses and shit.
Okay.
But if anybody will have that kind of license, he does.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's good, bro. He's good.
So what kind of things would he teach? Like,
Obedience, so door manners.
by the way, I don't know. Like, you can tell me.
Yeah.
It's 2 days in. Cody don't know his name yet. You know, like, so
He'll get it. He'll get it.
Yeah, that's what I told Shan. I said, like, you know, he'll get it. You know, eventually.
He's a baby.
Yeah,
you know.
He just knows clicks.
Yeah.
Clicks and taps.
Yeah, that's how me and Floyd's communication is a lot of sounds.
Okay.
And looks.
Yeah, yeah.
So because they don't know English. They don't fucking know.
I was saying to Shan, I want to get him like trained to the level where I could put a treat on his nose and he just like chills and waits for my command. Before. What
It's
level
not
is
that
Floyd
hard.
at? What level?
He could do that.
He could do that, yeah?
He just
Okay.
sit very patiently waiting for me to give him his command to eat.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Actually, I think I've seen. I think I've seen. Yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy. That is crazy.
People think it's so crazy. I'm like, it's normal, whatever. But you know, sometimes, you know, I let them just go. But you got to keep that training with them, because if they lose it, they can lose it. So this happened. You gotta, whoever, like when you go out of town, say you and Shan go out of town, you gotta leave them with somebody.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure that they're on point, because I was in Sweden for 10 days.
Yeah. That was recent, right?
Yeah, I came back. I'm like, who is this dog? Like,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
yo, Floyd was like fucking 180. He looked ridiculous. He was fat.
Yeah,
I was pissed.
Yeah.
So he only eats once a day. There's a reason for that. I mean, he doesn't need any more food. He's fucking huge.
Yeah.
And my parents was just fucking feeding them.
Okay.
Whatever
All
the
day
fuck.
long. Yeah.
Cakes, I don't know, chips, I don't know. And they got a Labradoodle too. And
Yeah.
I told you he's fat.
Yeah, you said, yeah.
So I'm like,
yeah,
nah, I don't,
yeah.
this is not okay, you know? But, and then I gotta tighten up the training when I get home because, you know, everybody's lax, whatever. But his level of obedience is up there. Like, he doesn't need a leash at all. Only time I put a leash on him is if I'm in the airport, just so people feel safe.
Of course, because
he's big.
Yeah.
But when they see him, like, people come to my seat and they be staring like because you don't see a dog that big on a plane and then that well behaved. You know what I mean? He just chills.
Well, he needs to be if he's on a.
Oh fuck yeah!
That
Listen,
big
when before he was trained, I was like, I can't keep this dog.
Oh yeah.
He was too powerful for me to keep trying to leash him up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit don't work with them big dogs.
Yeah.
And the more you pull, the more they pull. It's like I'm supposed to pull.
Yeah.
Like, never put a harness on your dog. Harnesses are made for them to drag things.
You see, me and Shan have been going back and forth. Sorry, about whether we should have a collar or a harness. You know, and now that she's got the backing of one like pet store employee who said, yeah, use a harness, blah blah blah. Now she's adamant.
But look, this is the thing. Harnesses. You can go and there's people that I know who has dogs and work in pet stores, all of that. Yeah. Their dogs are not. There's people ask me, how does your dog, like, how's he off leash? Like, they don't.
Okay.
Their dogs are not trained to that level. You know what I mean? And this is
what you know, the professional that you spoke about. What would he recommend? Collar or harness?
A collar.
Collar.
Yeah. And a specific type, because you gotta be able to correct them when they're. You want to have, like, it's got to be. The leash should never be tight, right? It just shows tension, and they're gonna be tense. They're not gonna really trust you, right? It's got to be loose, and then when they are not walking where you need them to walk, you pull them back, and they're like, oh, it doesn't hurt them. It just startles them, and they like get right back in line. You know what I mean? It's all in its repetition. Yeah, it's tiring, bro, because when you get your dog trained, the trainer is gonna train you as well. So, because it ain't like, all right, they learned it and they just keep doing it. You got to keep doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? Keep enforcing it. So you're gonna have to do things on your own, and it's cool. It just helps you bond with your dog more, and you just understand dog behavior more. You'll start knowing every little thing about your dog. You know what I mean? So it's something you got to go through, or you should go through.
Cool. On the subject of training, you've got your fight coming up.
Yes.
When did you start boxing?
Me personally, or for this fight?
No, in general.
When I was about 11 years old.
Okay.
But I had my first amateur fight when I was 12.
Okay. And tell me about so how did you get into it? Was it just something you chose? Okay, I want to try boxing now.
My dad gave me, my family liked boxing. My grandfather and I bonded by watching boxing. Yeah. You know, HBO, like Friday night fights. And just me and grandpa. In saying that, sorry, like you just brought back memories for me. Like when I was younger, that's how I bonded with my stepdad. It was staying up late, right, watching the 15-round fights. Yeah, exactly. You know, like back in the day, I remember, like, you know. See, that was probably when they was like the last of the 15-round fights. Yeah. So that and yeah, see, you from London. London has a rich boxing history. I didn't know that until I was an adult. Like, okay, wow, yeah. It was really started in London. Yeah, in the UK. So me and Grandpa used to watch them, and my dad sent me a tape. This changed my fucking life. It was a Muhammad Ali tape. Yeah, it had every fight that he ever had. Yeah. It had every interview. I can say everything to this day from every interview. Oh, wow. Yeah. Like when I watched the Ali movie with Will Smith, I'm like, he didn't say it like that. That's not how you know what I mean? Like little subtle things, cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that made me fucking fall in love with it. So my dad also sent me a pair of boxing gloves, just one. So I would go outside and I would keep the right and I get somebody the left. Just bang their asses up. Yeah. So and then my dad took me to a boxing gym to learn how to box, and I just fell in love with it immediately because it's very competitive and it's just fun. You know, it was fun when you were a kid. When you get older, that shit hurts. But yeah, I got in. I was always like real active as a kid. You know, I'm sure you was the same way.
Same, man. I did that. For me, I did all athletics, like 100 meters, 200 meters. I played rugby, basketball, all of it. You know, as kids, you do everything. You know, just so much energy. You know,
and I just loved it, man. And it was different. It was unique because it wasn't like a school sport.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I played baseball. Like I loved baseball. I loved basketball. Baseball, I really excelled in, but I would lose a lot. Our team would lose.
So tell me, with baseball, like, because we don't have it in the UK, you know, we have cricket, of course, but like, so how would a school? So do schools have like baseball grounds?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even there's little league and there's baseball in school.
So what is the biggest sport in schools in the US, or does it vary state to state?
Yeah, it varies state to state.
Because in the UK,
like in Texas,
it's football, period.
Texas is football.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It
American
varies
football.
Yeah, American football.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it varies state to state. I would have to say, it's hard to say out of basketball, football, and baseball. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
As a country, which one is bigger? They're all huge.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, if we're talking about that, I know a lot of guys. I got a lot of friends who've played professional football, NFL.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, man, it's like they get treated like shit.
How so?
They don't. They get capped on what they can get paid in the beginning, right?
Okay.
They get a minimum wage, $300,000. And
how long is that for?
I don't know. I know the rookie year you got to get that.
Okay.
And then I guess depending on how you perform or whatever, whether you get offered a big contract.
But that's all right, though, no? $300K for, you know, your starting foundation and then...
Yeah, but no other team sport does that. You know, there's guys that step out.
But what age is this? What age is it that
this is fresh out of college.
What age is that?
Early 20s, late teens.
Okay.
Early 20s.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but you gotta think this is a new rule.
It's a new rule.
Maybe
okay.
Not even, Amir, you know how long? Like 10 years, if that? It's probably not even that long. But it's not a thing that's been there forever. You know what I mean? So, and this is the thing, there's a lot of injuries in the NFL.
Yeah, sure.
Right? So a lot of guys don't make it to those big contracts. You know what I mean? And from what I'm hearing from a lot of these guys, because I know a lot of people, you know, who was in the NFL, people I've never heard of, you know, I meet at the gym or whatever. And they're like, yeah, I played. You know, in 3 years, it seems like as much as they get out of these guys.
Okay.
And, you know, for some injury or whatever. And
to be honest, I've met a few people in the gym that said, yeah, I used to play and then got injured.
Right.
I've heard it a lot.
And you get cut off. So, and you got to get approved for medical, for this kind of medical. They try to like, it's like they don't try to really help you, you know? And it just seems like, and then football, you don't really get to become a star unless you go way outside of the box, because there's probably big time superstar football players that if you walk past them in the street, you wouldn't know if you wasn't all in. Right,
That's a good thing though, man. Like for them,
not really. Because think about it, they can't really build their own personal brand because it's an invisible sport.
But as you and I know, building your brand is up to you to be active and
true.
And
but think about this though: if we're making, let's say we're making, you know, 7-8 million a year, doing a specific thing, we ain't gonna really have the time to build brands like we have. You see what I'm saying? And it's not that sense of an urgency to do it because you caking out over here and you're perfecting your craft. I know how you are, bro. You're gonna be going all in on your training. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I would too. So I understand why you wouldn't be putting a whole lot of time into your social media.
Yeah.
Because you're like, that shit is stupid.
Yeah.
When you caking out already. You know what I'm saying? And plus,
but then there's nothing to complain about. You're
caking out, but it's not forever. When you're caking out, you're not thinking about, you don't realize how much money you can make in the social media world. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I see why a lot of athletes don't go hard with their social media stuff. And then some of them.
But then you could look at it like this. You could look at it like there's guys that aren't, you know, in the mainstream in terms of sport. So they don't even have that field to use for branding, like and then there's the guys, social media guys, who have their thing. So social media, and it's like these guys are eating, you're eating, it's fine, everything's fine, you know. But I don't really feel sorry for these like for athletes that don't have the time to eat from the social media as well.
Right.
Like, I can't
Nah,
have
I
any
get
sympathy
that.
there.
I get that. Yeah, fuck them motherfuckers. You making money? Nah, but I'm just saying for like, say like the guys is really trying to earn that big contract. You know what I'm saying? So they're
Well,
not
like
kicking
endorsement
out,
contract.
because $300,000 a year is not a lot in the big scheme of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And when you're young, you're gonna fucking run through that. You're trying to be a star. You're trying to live the life. You can finally buy a Bentley now. You know what I mean? So you know, it's just a dance. And you got to really dance properly. You know what I'm saying? But,
well, hopefully, like obviously they don't teach money management in schools,
Nah.
which I've never understood.
Yeah.
It's like, do they want everyone to just leave and fail? Do you know? I don't understand.
They just don't give a
like
fuck,
it
bro.
should. For me, it should be on the curriculum. Money management. Let people know. It's even like
credit.
when you
They should teach about credit.
Of course.
bro.
Even when you go to, like, for example, a careers day, they always tell you, they talk to you about what do you enjoy? What job would you like to do? But no one ever tells you, can you live on that job? Do you know what life is going to be like when you're doing that job in terms of, can you pay your bills on that job? It's not about whether like just enjoying, you know, like, because then you just have this idea in your head, oh, I want to be this. And the funny thing is, people will choose a career based on what? Just a title of, okay, I want to be a doctor. Do you have any idea what being a doctor is? And I'm not talking about
not
the
all
7
doctors,
years.
Yeah, not all doctors make money. They don't realize that.
Yeah, like, do you know what the day-to-day life is of a doctor, you know, like, or any kind of profession? It's, they don't tell you that in the careers.
Even owning a business. Like, I tell people all the time, like, it's not that easy.
Oh, nah.
It's not that easy. It's like, and you can't, it doesn't matter. The more money you make, the more bills and expenses you have. It comes with the territory. You know what I mean? So I know with myself, like, I don't really do nothing for myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm busy trying to make sure everything is running smooth and everybody's taken care of, so the big fucking train can keep moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't really splurge on myself. I mean, not that I can't, but I just like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But tell me what you think about this, bro. Now, I remember when we were talking about when you was moving to America and you was like, I got this car I want to get. And I know you're a car guy. You're into cars.
Yeah.
And you waited. You did everything the right way. You waited. You fucking calculated.
Yeah.
You put money aside for the car you wanted. Now, I wanted to talk you out of it, right? Because, you know, I'm older than you. You know, I did the car thing. You know, I still do a little. But I was like, I felt what I felt. I didn't want you to feel.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I do want him to feel it. Like, he gotta experience these lessons. Yeah. So it's like, this is just a perspective, bro. Now, I feel like I've always had a good life.
Yeah.
Every stage, like, you know, from a childhood, when I was a young adult, I had no money, still had fun, always had a good looking girlfriend, cool friends, had enjoyed myself, you know what I mean? So I was always confident, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know, when I got into this business, you know, the fitness industry, I'm not gonna say when I got into it is when it blew up, like fitness as an industry.
Yeah.
I noticed peers of ours who just going crazy with cars and fancy shit, right? And that's not everything that made me kind of shy away from the exotic cars, but it was one of them. And it was like, I felt like some of these dudes were not cool people ever in their lives until they came into money.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I get where you're going. Yeah,
and they're like gathering all this fancy, nice shit. To validate themselves, and I'm like, so it made me run away from it. I'm like, all right, I don't even want this anymore. You know what I mean? I remember pulling up when I had the Ghost. I pull up to the gym one day, and I was like, I felt the way about it. Right. Next time I pull up, I kind of parked away. I didn't want the attention.
But why did you get the Ghost?
See, and that's another thing. I never wanted a Ghost. My dream car has always been a brand new Phantom that I go to fucking the UK and watch them make, and I customize it. And not just a Phantom, but a drop head. You know what I'm saying? The stupidest car ever. You know what I mean? So But I was like, but I can afford the ghost.
Yeah.
Let me get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I felt like, I'm not gonna lie, it was like when I moved to Miami, I had a pickup truck. I had a Tundra. It was dope. I
remember
liked it.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
And I think I had the Corvette.
Yeah.
And but I was like, so I was talking to my car guy out there. I was like, yo, I think I'm gonna send my Tundra out here. And he was like, nah, man, this is Miami, bro. Yeah, that's cool, but this is Miami.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Because, somebody can make a point and everything sounds good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let me get, what you got for me? And he would just come through with the flyest shit. Matter of fact, he works for McLaren now. I'm going to hook y'all up.
Yeah, yeah.
So, he'd bring me something, I take it. I'm like, yeah, let's run it. Let's do it. So I was like, it didn't feel good after a while because I'm meeting so many people, with nice cars and nice this and like that. But I'm like, what do you do?
Yeah.
And it's always very ambiguous.
Okay.
That was an element.
Yeah.
I didn't want to look like these guys.
Yeah,
I figured these guys are doing illegal shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then the fitness industry guys, fucking nerds. Not a nerd, not saying in a derogatory way. Like, there's a certain type of nerd that's fucking, that I wish I was. like a Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? I admire that man. But when I say nerd, I'm talking about like a fucking, not that smart, just an awkward, uncool fuck boy.
You see, for me, my whole when I got my car, I didn't have anyone else in mind. I didn't care about. I wasn't looking at who got what car, etc.
Right.
I had what I wanted in mind for years. So for me, like I could have got it a few years ago.
Right.
Didn't bother because I knew my whole plan was to move to the States.
Right.
And I thought there's no rush. I'll just wait. When that step of moving to the States has to happen before I do that.
Right.
So I get what you're saying, but the things that you're mentioning, like, the other fitness industry guys and what your friend said about, choosing the car for the environment, all these things weren't a part of my decision process, even slightly. I just know I like fast cars. I always have. I know what I want. I'm gonna get it.
Right.
So I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Let me not be misunderstood. There's nothing wrong with nice shit. I still got nice shit, and I'm always gonna have nice shit. And I buy my kids nice shit. And my oldest son, Sharon, if you listening, I'm trying to put you in a fucking Mercedes, kid. Get your shit right, bro. You know what I'm saying? I offered him a fucking Jeep, a 3 Series Beamer, and a C-Class Mercedes.
Yeah.
I need you to do this, and that.
Yeah.
You pick whichever one.
Oh, snap.
So he's not, he's just not ready.
Yeah.
So whatever, you got a bike.
Yeah.
So anyway, but no, I don't see anything wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? I guess I was really caught up. Miami is a fucking toxic place, bro. Yeah. It's a beautiful place to come for a few days and leave. But when you're there all the time, it just becomes toxic. You know what I mean? There's a lot of toxic people there. You gotta think, Miami has one of the highest unemployment rates, but the most money per capita. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, all right, what are you guys doing here? Where's the money coming from? You know what I'm saying? So you just meet a lot of unscrupulous people. And I didn't want to look like them. I'm like, I'm a hardworking dude. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and people don't really understand, I'm not bragging, but they don't understand the money that we make. Like, there's a guy that hit me up. He was talking to DM and his advice, whatever. And he was like, do you, and I don't put on, I don't show shit.
Yeah.
But he was like, is this just a front or y'all get, no, it wasn't even, it was at the LA Fit Expo.
Okay. Yeah.
Or y'all getting to the money, like, or is it just, and I said, bro,
But those kind of questions, like, what was his agenda with the question? That's smart.
Because he ain't getting to the money, obviously, because you don't ask people that kind of shit when you get to the money.
That's a weird question. Like.
It is a very weird question. But I just had to bust his bubble, like, bro, don't get it twisted. Like, we're multi. And you was right there. I said, my boy is too. Like, he said, really? Y'all getting after it? I'm like, bro, yeah, bro. And been getting after it. This is, but
for me,
this is the thing.
For me, I would just like, I would ask after asking, like, what do you want to know? I don't understand your question. Like, because for me, that's a strange question to ask. And the
feeling that he would have after you ask him that, he had the same feeling after I busted his bubble.
Yeah.
Because he wanted me to be like, it ain't all that, bro. It's cool, but whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They
see us selling t-shirts and think that that's where the money comes from. I'm like, this is nothing. You know what I'm saying? So this is to pay these people here to have fun. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm saying the general public don't really understand the intricacies of this world. So when I'm pulling up in $200,000-$300,000 car, it's like it looks weird. I felt like,
but that's why I said
felt,
why.
Well, see, this is the thing. I felt like my people, because you I think when I had my gym, you know, it was cops, like young dudes, right?
Yeah.
They looked up to me. We sit there and talk.
Yeah.
A lot of people, we sit there and talk. It's like I'm mentoring these guys, and they don't know. They don't really get it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to fuck them up too much. And you got to think, bro, I got my sons, right? Yeah. I don't want them thinking that that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they seeing shit come easy. They seeing it come easy, but I'm working my ass off. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't ever want them feeling entitled or like, oh yeah, like another thing, my son, you know, he was saying some weird shit to my assistant. My assistant was like, bro, why don't you gotta get your shit together, man. Don't you want to go to college? And he's like, my dad gonna pay for college, so I'm like, what? What?
No. Yeah.
I will shake the soul out of you. What are you talking about? So, you know, all of that kind of shit, I had to like pull back a little bit because I would buy a car on them, like, which one y'all think?
Yeah.
That one, all right, let's get it. And I think that's cool because, you know, whatever, I'm kind of cocky, but I still got to give these boys lessons.
Big time, yeah.
And I got young dudes looking up to me. So I love nice shit. But I still want to show people like it ain't all about that. Like this is great, but don't let this be your fucking what you're busting your ass for. Bust your ass to pay off your mom's mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? I had a few reasons though, you know, but that was mainly it. But I think like me perceiving you, watching you do shit right. You know what I'm saying? You do shit right. So you're good. Like I'm not worried about you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not I have a proclivity to protect everybody. Has always been me.
Yeah.
But you're good. You know what I'm saying? I'm still watching. I'm still big, bro. But you make wise decisions and you move properly. So, and you know, I don't know, maybe your upbringing, maybe being from a different country or whatever, but you know, here it's like, I don't know. I guess it ain't that uncommon because Amir is the same. Like my squad, everybody's the same. Like wise beyond their years type of people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, little mushy moments, but that's what's up. But yeah, so all right. Today is, even though y'all may not be seeing this on Martin Luther King Day, today is Martin Luther King Day, and you being from the United Kingdom, I'm just curious. Does he have like a big impact on you? And would y'all call yourselves London African?
No.
Like, how do y'all do it?
There's no.
Just black.
Afro British. Nothing like that. We're just black.
Okay.
Black British.
All right.
Yeah. You know, like straight. Like you know. So, okay. Tell me. Let me. I'm glad you brought that up. How do you feel about the term African American?
I get it, but I'm black. I mean, if you really want to know, you know, I'm gonna give a weird ass answer, but I think it's all stupid, right? For somebody to say I'm American is weird, right? Or I'm you know, I've got Italian blood. No, there's no such thing. It's just blood. There's no a country has no impact on your physiology. It's scientifically is not a thing. You know what I mean? So, but I understand, you know, humans are tribal by nature. And I guess for whatever reason, we have to come up with these consensus of where you're from and lineage.
Personally,
and all that shit,
I find the term a bit funny because you're all Americans, yeah? So why the distinction that you're African American? Why they have to break that away? So you guys over here, like the white guys.
Well, I'll tell you why.
You white guys, you're Americans, but you guys are African Americans. Like, aren't you all just Americans first?
Now, white people still have their subcultures. Like, I'm an Irish American. I'm an Italian American. It's just pride. It's just having a connection to your roots. You know what I'm saying? Because I do have. Now, I'm not gonna act like, you know, I'm super proud of Africa. I don't know shit about Africa, in all honesty. You know what I'm saying? I've never been, you know. I've been to the Middle East. I've never been in Africa. I don't know, you know, I know where black people in America come from, what part of Africa, but I've never been there. You know what I mean? You know, it's fucked up over there. I would love to be in a position at some point to do something to help structure things. You know what I'm saying? But I you know, I'm not proud of any particular place because being from somewhere, you didn't do anything special. You didn't like
to be born there.
To be born there, you just is just randomly born. You know what I'm saying? So it's not
I mean, I don't have a big issue with the term. I just find it strange because obviously coming from the UK, we're just British. So anyone else, where are you from? From London, UK.
I guess we had so much racial and it's still going on, just racial issues here. And you gotta think, when we had the civil rights movement, there was a time when black people were like, black men specifically were like completely demasculated. You know what I'm saying? So when you had the civil rights movements, and then you had like what they would consider radical movements, which was radical like Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam, when they were rising, you know, black people needed a real strong, like, your gods, you know what I'm saying? For just to have some kind of fucking gumption and confidence and quit acting, because we were broken, bro. Like, after slavery, I don't play the race card and I don't blame anything for anything, right? I actually think it's cool that we went through what we got through and are able to rise out of it. I think that makes me stronger, you know what I'm saying? However, the majority of us were still fucking crushed from that. That was a lethal blow to a people, you know what I'm saying? And we never really got real reparations. I mean, and there was reparations legally promised for us to help fight, you know what I'm saying? So, but we never got it, you know, 40 acres and a mule, land and transportation. So we was doing the math, that shit is like billions of dollars now. From what it was worth then, you know what I mean? Never got it, but whatever, it's cool. And I remember some years ago, the head of Black Congress or whatever the fuck, they did this petition. They wanted to get not reparations, but just a formal apology for slavery.
Okay.
And they said, like, nah, we ain't do it. So it's like,
if they had done it, what would change?
Nothing but just an acknowledgement, because what I feel like we need in this country is dialogue, right? Let's talk about it. Is ugly. It's the ugliest part of American history, but we need to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? That's why people make such ugly statements and people aren't, like, the shit that happened in Charlottesville. I mean, every decent person should have been like, yo, fuck these people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's not... You could be the most patriotic American. That's so against patriotism.
Yeah.
Because the Confederacy fought against America and lost. You know what I'm saying? Why are you waving that flag? We fought and defeated Germany in World War II. Why are you representing Nazi fucking symbols? You know what I'm saying? But there's no discussion, man. And it's got to be a discussion. So yeah, I think an apology, I'm not asking for it. But as a black person on the receiving end of the bad luck, it's like, let's see, what are they gonna do? And it just makes us feel like we don't really give a fuck.
But what would you say to people that say, like, why am I apologizing? It ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm here, like, born like 30 years ago, nothing to do with me.
Yeah, bro, but you realize, but think about how recent slavery was, right? If I reap benefits, and you know, I'm where I'm at, and
I hear what you're saying, and I know exactly what you're gonna say.
So it's like, I didn't do it, but I hate that you went through that.
Yeah, but they don't see that they reaped anything from it. They just see, especially a regular guy that's, you know, might be struggling like the next guy. He'll think, I ain't reaping nothing.
It's something wrong with him. He should be balling. You're a white man in this country. You should be balling, and there's nothing wrong with that. Fuck it. Look, I'm all about utilizing every advantage that I have. I'm not mad at a white dude for fucking using advantages that he has. You know what I'm saying? But you have people saying, saying white privilege is racist. It's not. It's a thing. And it's okay.
It is a thing.
It's okay.
It is a thing.
I think it's okay.
But the thing is, it's so hard to explain to someone that has never been through anything close to what it is like to be of color, you know? And that's something that we got to be sensitive
to
Of course,
as well.
of course. And you can't just shout someone down when they say, when they come back and they say, you know, that they don't understand it, you know, you can't just say, just shut them down, because why would they understand it? You know, if they've never been through it, you know, if like I've been tweeting about certain things, like, and some of them are quite trivial, but on a whole, it is a big deal to be a black person in a predominantly white country. Yeah. You know, like there's so many things that we do that other people would be like, really? You know, like, just make it. I saw an Instagram post today that someone posted, and it's to do with making other people feel comfortable. If you're like you know, like a cool dude, like you're a cool dude, I'm a cool dude, Amir's a cool dude, making other people feel comfortable. You know, so that means, like, for example, something trivial like getting into a lift with some people. You're gonna there's ways you're gonna behave, right? Because you're a black dude, and we're muscular black dudes as well. So there's ways you're gonna behave when you get in that lift to make the other people feel like it's okay. You know, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna snatch your bag. I'm not gonna do anything like, you know, even when you enter a store. The other day I entered a store and the security guard looked at me. He said hello. I said hello. But then you just know, like, I'm the guy that you're gonna look at. It has to be. Come on, forget everyone else in the store.
This is the thing.
I'm the guy.
And the cool part about it is I'm the guy that's gonna protect you if some shit goes down.
That's the thing that they never understand. But that obviously varies from person to person. But when it comes down to it, I'm the guy that if anything kicked off here would be trying to make sure that you were safe. Right. You know, but I'm the one that you look to as the danger.
I'm glad that you're bringing this up, man, because this is real. People don't get it, and I get it. I understand. You just don't know what it feels. You know, when they like, oh, it's just all right. There's no racism. Like, bro, come on, man. You don't know. I live by the book. I don't even fucking litter, right? But when a cop is behind me, my heart is pounding a little heavier. I'm like, damn, what did I do? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, let me call my dad real quick. Let me let people know where I'm at. That's what black people do. When we're getting pulled over, we're hurrying up, letting people know, like, yo, I'm over here getting pulled over, just letting you know. You know, I've been pulled over before, and I moved into this town. It was a few years ago. I was probably the only black person there, and I got pulled over. He running me for like 30 minutes. I'm doing nothing. He gave me my shit back, like, just checking you out. That was it. Like, interesting.
I mean, for you guys here, it's completely different compared to the UK, right? Because I haven't been pulled over here. Actually, I've been pulled over here once a couple years ago, and even that was a bit of a strange experience because the guy came to the car and had his hand on his pistol, and it's like,
like that's
back home, what pistol? Like right, you know, like, and when you get stopped back home, it's funny because there's no fear. Like, I'm not saying things haven't happened in the UK, but there is absolutely no fear that you're gonna friggin' might lose your life. Whereas, you know, this a big deal over here that has happened a few times. You know,
I've had to tell my sons, like, we can't do the BB guns, kids, because you might look like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had to tell them all the time. I have to reinforce with them, like, yo, you got to carry yourself like a nice young man. Yeah. Because look, this kid was a college student. He got murked because he looked like and might be acting like and talking like it.
Yeah.
And that's not fair but I don't want my kids to die. Over mistaken, you know. Acting an asshole. Like, and it's okay to act like an ass. It's okay for kids to be silly. You know what I'm saying?
But they shouldn't have to lose their life for it. That's for sure.
They should not. No, exactly. So, but I gotta tell them. I gotta be extra hard on them. Yo,
carry yourself
like a gentleman.
Yeah.
Don't hang with these crowds. You know what I'm saying? So it's people don't realize the extra shit that we gotta do as black men. And you know, and once again, I don't play the fucking race card. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel I can handle anything. Like, I'm not worried about nothing. I got a really good relationship with a lot of cops. You know what I'm saying? And it's stupid that I even got to say that. Like, who cares? But, well, in this country, black men and cops don't have good relationships. You know what I'm saying? So, and even like when I was talking about the cops in Miami that I had a good relationship with, we would talk, right? And I was like, you know what would be dope for y'all? Because y'all come through the hoods. Everybody, y'all on edge. People in the hoods on edge. You know, but if y'all just show some love, it wouldn't be that, y'all wouldn't have that apprehension. Just pull up and play basketball with the kids. Ask him about his grades. Like, you fucking up? Like, come on, I'm gonna tell your mom or whatever. Like, I'm black. I'm from the inner city. So we had our perception of cops and like, they hate us. They don't, they think we're dirty. They don't like us. But if a cop came through, I think one time we had a cop, he took us to play to a Yankees game. that was like, wow, these are fucking nice people.
I think we need to get one on the show, man.
Yeah, for sure. I talked to a couple guys already. Yeah. So when they come through and they're real and they show love, but tough love if they have to, because they're cops.
Of course.
That will make things a lot more better versus, because this is a problem that I think we have in this country, is no cultural education, is no cultural sensitivity. You know what I'm saying? So you'll have listen, if I'm a black cop working a white neighborhood, right? Like a poor to middle class white neighborhood, and I see a white guy bald headed, tatted up, I might think he's a skinhead, and he's not. He is. Same thing. You in a white cop in a black neighborhood, he don't really know what's up yet. At least everybody look like a fucking gangster. You know what I'm saying? And I got friends. I got one of my, Uncle T. Uncle T is black as this couch. He's loud. He's a big black man. He's loud. Right. Yeah. I'm like, bro, you gotta turn it down, man. You're scaring people. And T is like, what do you mean? Like, he the nicest guy on the planet. Nicest guy on the planet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, T's
but
cool, man.
But to somebody who don't have a cousin like him, or never had a friend that looked like that, you know what I mean? They be like, oh, he's loud. Oh, they're gonna be scared.
He's a danger.
And that's profiling is real. I'm not mad at racial profiling. I'm not mad at any kind of profiling. Profiling is an intelligent means to keep yourself safe. Now, what you do with it can be wrong, right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? But fucking with people just because.
I get what you're saying, but then the profiling can make a situation out of nothing. So imagine, like, for example, you're a cool guy, but you're getting stopped continuously, and maybe you're getting spoken to in a certain way. Like, your temperament might change, from cool guy to frustration,
Right.
And then your frustration can be met with more rudeness from an official,
right?
And then it can just escalate. And next minute, you're potentially committing a crime when you were just a regular guy going about your business like every other guy, but they don't get troubled on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So it's the profiling. I understand it because sometimes there are connections with certain things, but like I said, if you keep getting the wrong guy, you might make a criminal out of someone that was just a regular guy trying to go about his business.
It's a dance, bro.
It is a dance. It is a dance, for sure.
Like, see, when I get pulled over, I don't have a problem, right? I'm respectful.
Same.
I know that's a fight that I would not win. You know what I mean? I'm not even trying. And I don't lie to them. I'm not like, I pulled you over. Like, I'd be like, my bad. You know what I'm saying? I was in a hurry. I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So, and cops take the race away. They're fucking guys. They're not stupid. When, hey, you know why I pulled you over? Like, nah, what did I do? It's like, come on, bro, you really gonna disrespect my intelligence, motherfucker? Now I'm gonna give you a ticket. You know what I mean? I get that. You should. Don't lie to the motherfucker. Like, he's a specialist. Look, he's a specialist at finding people that speeding or violating the fucking. Don't lie.
The honesty thing goes a long way. I've had situations where I've been pulled and I was speeding. Clearly, I was speeding. I was trying to get home. It was late. I did a friggin' 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. shift. I wanted to get home.
Right.
And I was speeding. The guy stopped me and he said, you were speeding. I said, yeah, I was. He goes, why were you speeding? I told him I just done a long shift. I wanted to get home. Sorry about that, And he was like, he looked at his partner, said, shouted to his partner. He just come back from door work. He's headed home. He said, look, have you had a speeding ticket before? I said, no. He goes, if you don't want any, slow down.
Right.
I was like, cool.
Yes.
But if I bullshitted him, and when he asked him, I was like, no, what, speeding? Me? Nah. Then it would have gone a different way. It would have gone a different way. So that's,
yeah.
The honesty can go a long way, man.
Yeah.
Just own up to what you like, because they got a job to do.
The truth will set you free. You know what I mean? But like, listen, I feel like I have a good relationship with law enforcement. I want a good relationship with law enforcement because I care about them, because they protect us. I don't want a world with no cops. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I care about my little brothers and my little cousins, and you know what I'm saying, nieces and nephews. So I care about them, and I want them protected as well. So I'm always trying to help, like, bridge that gap.
The bridges need to be built, though, because that's the thing. Built. If there's, it's the same thing with race as well. If there is this divide where no one's talking on either side, you never know. Like, lots of things get misconstrued, and you'll just never know what the other person's thinking. And then that just leaves it open for all sorts of things to go wrong.
And that's why I feel like we need more discussion in this country about the problems that we have. Even I want to hear issues that white people have with us, because it might be shit that we doing that's pissing them off that we don't even know. You know what I'm saying? And they have a right to feel the way that they do, and let's talk about it.
And the funny thing is, because things seem so one-sided in terms of racism, a lot of them may be frustrated thinking, all I ever hear about is this, but I've got an issue with, you know, this, and I never get heard. Yeah. You know, even if I say anything, I get called a racist kind of thing. So I hear that as well, but if the discussion doesn't happen, then no one can ever voice these views in a relaxed environment. You know, it's always, everything seems so polar. It'll
come out at some point, because you can't keep shit in, but it'll come out in an abnormal way.
Yeah.
It'll come out in rage. Yeah. It'll come out with hateful talk and dialogue. Yo, what do you think about this? What do you think about, all right, rest in peace to Rich Piana. You know, he passed away. I had the, you know, I've known him for a long time. In the UK, he and I, we hung out for about an hour and talked. And I'm like, this guy is all right. Yeah. And then a month or so later, the tapes came out with him, nigga this, nigga that, nigga bitch, and all of that shit.
What did he say? I didn't catch it.
He basically was on tape, you know, going hard. I guess his ex-girlfriend was fucking with a black dude, getting some BBC. You know what I mean? Because everybody got to experience that at some point, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And he went hard, like, oh, you like niggers and whatever, right? And I'm like, And then people start looking at, I'm sure they was looking at you like, what do you think about this? But people were like, what are you going to say? What are you going to do? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. So, like, does that make somebody racist?
Well, it sounds like he was using racial slurs.
Right.
You know, and yeah, sure.
But this is the thing, though. He has, you know, black dudes in his crew, you know what I'm saying, that still rocked with him after the fact. I don't know. I feel like his situation, it was more like, I'm mad at this girl. Whatever I can say to fucking, what else can I say? What else can I say? You know what I mean? So that's a go-to. That's a buzzword, right? Let me use that, because he was at a moment of weakness. I don't think that when people do dumb shit, it's not always them. They did something dumb at that moment. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. But let's say it was you in this position and the dude was Mexican. Do these thoughts of Mexicanness, I don't even know derogatory words for Mexicans. Right. Do they come to your mind when you're angry? So that's a problem. That's a problem. For these words to come and this anger to be expressed like that means that you must have an issue.
But this is the thing, Sam. Think about this, bro. I don't think that people are inherently good or bad, personally, right? I'm sure there are some extremes out there, right? Some outliers on either spectrum. I do think that people are very dynamic and complex and complicated organic structures, right? You may feel this way one day and this way another day, and sometimes we say stupid shit. Sometimes we do. But I'm saying, shit.
Like, some of these things, they're not in my vocabulary.
Because you have an extensive vocabulary, you know. If someone that doesn't, they don't know what else to go to. I feel more like this. I feel like he was fucking hurt. That's what I heard. You know what I'm saying? I heard and I'm not making excuses for him. You know what I mean? I don't appreciate what he said. However, I don't think he was racist, because I think he was fucking hurt.
To be honest,
it was like what can I say to hurt back? Because I've been hurt before.
I haven't seen it, but I just know when people start, like, when they get angry and then the racial stuff comes out, that was there. Let's
think about this. Let's think, you know, he's a big dude, you know, well respected, you know what I'm saying? And he's a boss in his world, and it's like, my girl not only fuck somebody, but somebody is nothing like me. Hold on, nothing like me. Think about how that would shatter somebody's world. Like, you thinking you're the ultimate fucking dude. Like, you probably think.
But that means that he has this hierarchy of where he stands and where black people stand, and that caused him upset, the fact that it was a black dude. You know, it's like that means that hierarchy existed in his
Right.
mind. So
I get that.
you know, there was a a black dude, really,
I
you know,
get that.
and then all the racial slurs, you know. So that for me, that
it's like, but I feel like it was a moment of weakness. What else can he say? You know
people do try and strike at the heart when they're angry and and they want to really like get to someone. So
the shit didn't bother me, honestly.
I didn't hear about it.
It didn't bother me not one bit. I'm like, oh well, so what? Why in the fuck? I was even like, it's weird that this shit was recorded.
What I can relate to, because I can't relate to that, but what I can relate to is when I've seen school friends that I had on Facebook, when certain issues politically arise,
right,
and then I start to see some racial stuff, and I'm like, oh whoa, and these people, you grew up with them, some of them, you went to school with them,
right,
but then they saying certain things, you can't just discount it,
But this is the thing,
you can't discount
it.
No.
You definitely can't discount it. However, bro, rock with me for a minute. This person might be your fucking dog 364 days out of the year.
Yep.
Okay, they said some dumbass shit because they fired up. For some reason, people have an emotional attachment to politics, which is fucking dumb. Right?
It's ridiculous, by the way.
So stupid.
I've always found it strange.
Right, but they can't help it because Sim, bro. Listen, think about this, bro. Let's go off the road, off the road a little bit, but we're gonna bring it back. All right, let's talk about where we're at in life right now. Right, let's talk about how many people want to be there. Right, let's talk about when they ask you questions like, what do I gotta do to, and you're like, that's just I don't even know where to begin. You know what I mean? You just don't got it. You know how many people in your head, you're like, you just don't got it. So that's not just with business or whatever, brand building or any of that shit. That's just in life. You just might not be a champion. And that's okay, because not everybody's a fucking champion, right? So a champion of the mind. Let's think about it. There's a lot of people, bro, who you are a logical person, right? You use intellect, you have emotional intelligence, you have a good level of empathy, you have a high level of understanding. Most don't, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about this earlier. Everybody lives in bubbles.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You assume, because like I do, that people are pretty intelligent and wouldn't do certain things and wouldn't say certain things.
Yeah.
And when they do it, you're like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? You know what I mean? I used to back people into corners because I couldn't accept, I don't know, when they would do something ridiculous and I'm trying to act like, you can't. What do you mean you don't know? They just don't. Some people just don't have that fucking level of intellect or understanding. You know what I'm saying? And it could be their upbringing. It could be whatever the fuck. Maybe I don't know. The drug, I don't know. For whatever reason, not everybody's on the same level mentally, and with self-awareness and with that kind of social intelligence. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I do give people passes on a lot of shit because I'm like, hey, what does he know? He doesn't really know. Just like I was telling a story a couple episodes back about when I used to party and shit like that, and my squad, this dude was drunk. He was trying to start shit with one of my guys. I'm like, this dude don't realize he's about to die right now. But I'm like, y'all leave him alone. He's drunk. He don't know. He has no idea. Right? So there's levels to that. Like, people are sober. They just still not there and say dumb shit and do dumb shit. And so politics will grab people. Listen, and it ain't their fault, bro. The fucking news, the media, pump that shit into your fucking heart. You know what I'm saying? And people think that they gotta fucking attach themselves to red or blue.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, come on, it's a fucking gang. And those two gangs don't give a fuck about none of us. You know what I'm saying? They looking out for their rich fucking homies that helped them get into office. They don't give a fuck about none of us. You know what I mean? And when people will realize that, we will have more power. Like, people give away their fucking power subscribing to these stupid ass gangs. You know what I mean?
But then you're basically talking about democracy, though. And without that, how would everything work?
But this is not a true democracy, right? Think about it. A democracy is the people vote and choose their elected officials, right? Their leaders.
Yeah.
They make a decision, right?
Yeah.
If I'm giving you fucking Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, you pick which one. You don't have to say which one, but you pick one. You didn't really fucking choose anybody. I'm telling you who to choose. You didn't go.
But there's forgive me, I might not be, fully aware, fully versed on the whole US politics, but in regards to it being a Hillary or a Trump, for example, there is a decision process before they are chosen.
Right. And that's a vicious process as well, which is, it takes a lot of money to put yourself in position to be able to even...
In the UK, there's a cap. Is there a cap in the US?
There's no cap.
There's no cap.
There's no cap.
So basically, whoever's got the most money, like, do your thing.
Or influence, or
Okay. Because in the UK, there's a cap on how much can be spent, I think, on your campaign.
I think they try to do things like that.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's disgusting. To a rational minded person who thinks for themselves, our system is fucking disgusting. And then we have this thing called electoral college. You familiar with that?
I've heard the term many times over the last year.
It's so ridiculous.
But I'm not fully
ridiculous.
aware.
First of all, we have so many laws and fucking systems in place that's from the 1700s. I'm like, come on, it's 2018. Can we revise some of this shit from the 1700s? You know what I mean? And it's this is a great country. This is I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. You know what I mean? I love it here. However, it's a lot of fuckery here, and it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I also see it like, you know what? Society has always been like this. And with mankind, it will always be fuckery and corruption. Men are too weak. And I understand that weakness. Listen, bro, if you could access millions upon millions of dollars for few people get hurt along the way, you think most people give a fuck? No. And I understand it. I get it. I'm not saying that I would do that. I've never been in a position. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and say I would never fucking do that.
Yeah.
I've never been in that position. I'm not a politician. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if motherfucker was like, yo, 100 million for you and your family legacy is da-da-da-da-da. I might be like, yeah, all right.
No, but
I don't know.
But if that was shitting on the people, I don't think you'll do that.
Shitting on people, but this is the thing. It's such a big system, right? And I feel like I live a huge part of my life off the fucking radar. I'm a survivor, you know what I'm saying? And I can thrive under the no conditions created, So I feel like everybody can be okay. You know what I'm saying? Here in America, all right, this is a capitalistic society. However, we have some socialistic things in place. There's a welfare system, you know what I'm saying? There's government assistance for shit, you know what I'm saying? And you could start your own shit. You could be your own boss, right? You could be an entrepreneur. That's the capitalistic way. So you're not really locked into anything. And when I say they're shitting on people, I guess, but the way I feel is nothing affects me. You know what I'm saying? Because I run my own ship. But
we're talking about if you were in a position of power to make the changes, would you, what would your concerns be?
I think it's hard to say because I'm coming from a biased situation. I'm a person who's in a 1%. So I already look at shit like I want to help people. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say if I was a middle class to a low poor fucking person, I can't say what I would do.
Yeah. But then we can only ever talk from our own experience and where we're coming from. So
but from where I'm at now, I would help people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're talking about some billions, I don't know. Y'all on your own.
Yeah, but like we spoke about money though. What when it comes down to it, how much does a person need? What's the purpose?
It's never really. That's a good question, but really, is never enough. If you think about it, sky's the fucking limit. See, you grew up in the UK. I grew up here. Here it's like fucking swim or you fucking drown. You know what I'm saying? So you could swim and you could afford a couple fucking life vests. Okay. Oh, now you can swim, buy life vests and a couple boat rafts. Okay. Oh, now I can buy a few boats. So my swimming is a lot easier now.
At which point does it become enough?
I don't think it can ever say this is enough. I'm good. Because let's talk about.
Because for me, I'm like I think we even spoke about it maybe in the first podcast. I'm not necessarily driven by money.
Right.
I'm driven by just wanting to friggin' like I got one life. I just want to be the best I can be in anything I put my hands to. I just want to like anything. I just want to make sure that I follow this pattern of investing my time and work and effort in something and then progressing at it. And then we do something new. Goals, just continuous like that. It's not necessarily chasing a bank balance, you know?
But unfortunately, I hear you, Sam, but unfortunately, it's still attached to that. Everything you're talking about is still attached to a paycheck at the end of the day, at earning money, at earning income. And that's okay. That's just how the world is set up. Bro, as a man, we have a desire, a natural inclination to make as much money as possible to provide for our potential mates, our women, and our children. If you don't have that in you, you're not a man. You know what I'm saying? You should, right? So everything that there is set up for, what are you gonna do? What do you have to offer? Oh, you can help me make money. You can provide value to this company. Okay, we want you a part of it. There's nothing else really exists, I guess, unless you're just a humanitarian and raise money.
Not necessarily. There's a balance. There can be a balance. There can be a balance of wanting to earn enough, not even to just live okay, wanting to live nice. Yeah?
But it can never be enough because of inflation. Things always go up.
Sure.
You can't, bro. You let's say you hit a lick for 600 million right now. Boom.
Yeah.
You can't tell me you're just gonna be like, all right, I don't need to make no more money. I don't want to make no more money.
No. It won't. For me, it wouldn't be a case of not wanting to make more money, but that would just leave me in a frigging position where I can just like really go forward in making other people's lives as, you know, as good as mine. You know,
Elon Musk.
Sure.
Think about this.
He's a perfect example because the guy's a billionaire. He can go and sit down and just chill out. You know, so can Bill Gates. But they're still making money, but trying to improve the world. And I'm sure that the satisfaction they get from that.
But it's still making money.
Yeah, I know, of course it's going to make money, you know? Yeah. But I'm sure there's a satisfaction that can't be compared, you know?
That's the best. That's the ultimate.
Yeah. But that's my point. That's my point.
But it's still making money though.
You know, but then it's just, is that going to be the driving force? I don't think so.
No, absolutely not. But you got to make a lot of money to be able to invest in cool fucking things. Right,
like spaceships.
Right, exactly. You gotta. He put himself in position to be able to do that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and that's eventually gonna make money. Like Tesla, the car is not making him money right now, but it will because he is the pioneer of that electric car space. And when everybody else is hopping on the bandwagon, and when everybody else is there, he's gonna be the king. You know what I mean? There's gonna be more billions for him. He's smart. He's planting seeds. You know what I'm saying? So. But no, I'm with you. Trust me. I aspire to be like Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? The little bit of shit, like we going to Peru, like we started we sell coffee on one of my lines, right?
Yeah.
And from a single source farm in Peru,
yeah.
Right? My margins are not good, but I can afford to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then we're paying people good out there, and we're gonna go and do something nice for the people in that village, in that farm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's small scale stuff. I want to do big scale stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but we gotta make money to do it. Just like, you know, people.
I think I'm just basically talking about when money becomes the only focus, and it's just I need to make more money. I need to make more money, and that's the focus. That's
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just saying that
there's people like that.
Oh, of course,
I'm not like that at all.
Yeah, me neither.
You know, I don't give and I always say I don't give a fuck about money. You know, because I'm not stressing about it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I will say that a caveat to that is. The position you're in, you can say that.
Affords me to say it.
Yeah, allows you to say that. Yeah,
exactly.
You know, but you know, like money does make life more comfortable, man, and relieve stress. You know, of having to worry about bills being paid,
right,
and loads of things. You know,
right. And I say this: money don't fix your problems. It can fix problems, but if you have deep rooted problems in the mind and in the heart, okay, now that you got money. You got the freedom and the time to fix that. Try to figure that shit out. For you ballers out there that's fucked up in the head. You know what I'm saying? Because now you have an opportunity. You didn't have that luxury when you were struggling and hustling.
Because you had to worry about other things.
Acquiring the money. Now you got it. Look, I'm all about using every resource to my advantage, right? And what some people don't get, like mental health and all of that shit and mitigating stress and shit like that. It's very, that's where happiness lies. You know what I'm saying? Not the money, you know? So that's a thing, and people should talk. It need to be talked about a lot more. And I try to talk about it a little bit in my little networks and meditation and shit like that. Saunas, yo, the shit fucking helps. You know what I'm saying? I got homies that stress the fuck out. Like, bro, meditate, man. Just 5 minutes. Give yourself 5 minutes.
Every time we speak,
goofy.
I say
it sounds goofy.
Every time we speak, I say I'm gonna do it, and I still haven't done it. Like I need to. Like,
once you
give it a go,
once you start, Sim, I'm telling you, you'll be like when I with me, busy day, whatever. I'll be like, oh, hold on, y'all, I'll be right back. And I'll go fucking hit it.
I don't think I've had a clear moment. I was thinking about it the other day. I haven't had a clear moment.
You gotta take it, bro, because this is the thing. And it don't have to be ideal, like super quiet around you. That's the beauty of it. That will make you mentally stronger to be able to zone out with everything chaotic. Now, there's times now that I still have a problem zoning out. The other night I was trying to meditate, and I was like, fuck it, I just can't. And I left. You know what I'm saying? So it's still but the fact that I haven't mastered it, it keeps me doing it. You know what I mean? But the times that I can nail it, bro, I'm telling you,
I can only imagine
benefits, bro.
I can only imagine having clear thought, man, and just just not having the stresses of everything that's on your mind, and just having a relaxing moment. Because me personally, I've always got things on my mind.
Yeah, man. So, you owe it to yourself, and you owe it to Shan. You owe it to everybody from your immediate circle to give yourself that. You owe it to yourself at the end of the day. Like, you gotta take slow. Just like you don't fuck around when it comes to the gym. Like, no, I'm going. You gotta do the self for this.
Of course,
bro. This controls all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all connected. Like, people say, oh, that's all mental or that's physical. No, it's all fucking physical and mental. It's all one. It's all connected. You know what I'm saying? But this is the most powerful. This is the operating system right here. You know what I'm saying? So think about how many fucking, you're not this, but buff ass motherfuckers. There's just nothing going on up here. It's just weird.
A lot of us, well, a lot of bodybuilders got into bodybuilding for confidence. Right. I didn't. Right. Like you were saying before, you were very comfortable in yourself. I was completely comfortable in myself, man. Everything was fine, man. Right. I didn't get muscles to fight. I didn't get muscles. Like, I was completely cool, man. Right. Like with everything. But and my obsession with training came from just the enjoyment. I love it, you know. Right. So, but then there's a lot of people that came to it with low self-esteem, low confidence, and then they went the other way. Yeah, huge egos, hypermasculinity, you know. And I was tweeting about it because it just is. These same people will talk to you and think that you're the same. I've had people talk to me and like they're like, yeah, bro, and I'm like, nah, I don't think like that. You know, I'm not on that wavelength. Bro, you know,
peep this. I'm in a sauna one time. And I had that. It was an older guy trying to prove that he was still fucking. And he started saying, yeah, these faggots and this. I'm like, bro, don't do that. I'm not cool with that at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's an older dude.
Yeah, he thought that
he felt like shit.
Of course he was. He was trying to impress you.
He was trying to impress. He was little. He didn't take it like, oh, my bad, or he took it like, oh, fuck you then. Like, he walked his old ass up out there. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I'm not cool with that. You know what I'm saying?
And they'll think that that's how you relate.
Yeah, bro.
Like, nah, that's not me, man.
So fucking
that's not me. Like for me personally, like I say this for everyone. For anyone that works on their physique to a certain level, a high level, there's vanity involved. No one can discount that,
and it's okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
But in terms of ego, you don't have to have the ego. Don't have to come with it. And this whole I'm better than everyone. Nah, for me personally, I love training. I want everyone else to train, and that's it. It's not a thing of me thinking I'm the guy now. Right, you know, I got some muscles. I'm the guy.
And like, you know what? Us being in the bubble, it puts it in your face. You see it. You see how ugly it is, right? Now I know some awesome fucking people that are bodybuilders. You know what I mean? But I also know some very shallow, nothing here.
And that is the perception that most regular people will have of most bodybuilders, because that's who they'll probably meet more often. Because more often that is like, so you know, it ties in together. The confidence thing really does tie in with like,
and it's so
someone
funny.
who works in the
It's so funny, like I'm looking at you, look great, right? I'm like, fuck, I haven't lifted in so long. Like,
come on, man.
I'm intentionally losing muscle to do something else that's very challenging to me.
Yeah.
Just to keep putting myself through tests. Yeah. Right. And I feel great. You know what I'm saying? I like looking more muscular. I miss it. I can't wait till after my fight. Yeah. But I'm doing this intentionally. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm trying to show people it's okay. Like, it's okay. I'm doing this. And I was, you know, talking to my sons the other day. I'm like, don't school's out, whatever. Don't be fucking letting me be up working out and y'all in bed. You know what I'm saying? I'm 40, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm 40 and I'm over here doing this.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this shit. I'm following through with it to teach them a lesson as well.
Yeah,
you know what
sure.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to some of the young dudes that follow us, whatever. Like, look, this is not a popular thing I'm doing. I'm in a bodybuilding industry and I'm fucking losing all my muscle to box. They don't even give a fuck about that. But listen, I gave myself a test, a goal. It's very, and part of the reason I'm doing it because it's so hard to do for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I go swim, I feel like I'm dying. Like 3 laps is like, like I want to come up before the wall. It's like, oh my God. You know what I mean? It's so difficult for me, but I'm doing it because it helps build character. It helps build that fucking grit and that integrity. And just know that if you ever have somebody like me on your team, I'm there. And I'm trying to teach these people that, and this is how you can develop these characteristics and strengthen these characteristics in yourself, going outside of the comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? And doing what you say you're going to do. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, maybe our lessons are a little bit too advanced for some of these people, but it's okay.
They need to hear it.
We put it out there. Yeah. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, maybe next year, somebody will see it and be like, fuck, that was some real shit. I need to, you know what I'm saying? But that is one thing that I've always tried to touch on with dudes in this industry. Is like, look, bro, it's not all about your body, bro.
I always tell them, like, when they come to me at the expo, and like, that's one of the things that they ask, how did you build your following? What can I do to build my following? And all this stuff. And I'm just like, look, man, be yourself. Be yourself, and chill out with because they're trying to follow like a plan,
right?
And there's no plan, man. Be like what? Be yourself, and with in regards to and the muscles, they think like muscles equals this, muscles equals girls, muscles equals.
I tell people all the time, listen, I'm not the best physique in the world. This guy's killing it, and nobody gives a fuck. It's not that
personality.
It's not that.
Like what are you offering as well? What are you giving back? Like for me, I always try and put some like exercises out there. My perspective on certain training myths and stuff. Like just basically giving based on my experience, because they will know if they follow me that I've trained for a number of years.
Right.
So off that, I must have learned something, and that's what I'm trying to put out, and that's what people are following, and that's what's bringing people to be like inspired by what I'm doing. As someone that's just starting and they're saying, I want followers. What for? Like, what is the purpose? I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm not saying you shouldn't even aspire to that. That's fine. Yeah. But what is your purpose?
All right. So there's things that you're not even recognize that you're putting out that you are. That's I think is even more of a reason why people are following you. You know what I mean? You have an extremely disciplined and organized lifestyle, and it shows. You don't got to tell nobody shit about your regimen. They can see it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's good though. They see that shit.
And I always try and relate. I try and relate that to just everything, because people. One thing that annoys me, but it's going to happen, is whenever you talk as a bodybuilder, they assume it's to do with training, and then half the time I could have a conversation describing just discipline in regards to anything, because my background, I told you I was studying accounting, and just how I'd come back from work and just head down for an hour before going to the gym.
Right.
These things you try and tell someone that, and then it just goes back to training. And it's like, no, listen, I'm trying to tell you that if you want to be a doctor or if you want to be this, you can use the same discipline in anything. Yeah. But then it just goes over their head because muscles.
But this the thing though. This the thing. When I was doing like all my Mental Jewels series, the training videos, 200,000-300,000 million views, Mental Jewels 10,000, 20,000, right? That I was like, that's cool. They're not ready for it yet. A couple people might be, but when
you're gonna hit some people, and
when it's time, and I had people that has messaged me like, I used to skip these fucking Mental Jewels videos, but for whatever reason, this one
I put it on.
This one played after something else I was watching, and you said blah 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 blah, and that shit hit me, man. I needed that right now. Yeah, I'm like, perfect. That's what it's there for. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, you don't got to give a fuck about it right now.
The best feedback I normally get, like the best feedback that makes me feel good, is when I get feedback on my clarity of vision video. Which is nothing to do with training whatsoever. It's just to do with breaking through a bad spell in my life where, you know, I didn't have a job and everything, and people relate to that, you know, and that's nothing to do with training whatsoever. But the amount of people I get that come and tell me, you know, yo, Sim, like that video, man, I was down, or I'm still there. I'm still there, but that's helping. You know, just to know someone else has been through it. You know, just to know that you got through it. You know, so those ones are the ones that, you know, like really give me excitement to do more like that, just so that they like, because they really do help people.
Nah,
you know?
You owe it to them and to yourself to express through means outside of just working out and workout material. You know what I mean? All that people talk to me about is mental jewels.
I hear it all the time.
That's all they talk about, and I love that shit. Because
it
used to be like, you a beast, man. 200 reps set,
and you're like,
I'm like, all right, bro. Cool story, bro. But nah, that's what's up. And what I love, like, I have people still showing me, like, when I did the video about vegetables and 1 meal a day and how I roast my vegetables, I still get people fucking tagging me in their picture of their version of that meal, like vegetables, fucking vegetables. I love that shit.
How do you feel about people that downplay anything that you would say because you look like a bodybuilder? So because you look the way you look, it's like, whatever, man, just go lift some weights, man. We don't want to hear you speak.
Right.
How does that make you feel, or how do you relate to that?
It doesn't really, that shit don't bother me, because it's way more people who appreciate it, and it's so cool to see people excited about a healthy fucking lifestyle, right? Or a tactic that's gonna make them healthier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's cool to see. So if anything, it'd be more like, I'm just so fucking fascinated by how stupid some people are. It's like, really, bro? Really? Like, there's a guy, I'm gonna tell you how stupid this shit is. Today, I posted a video of me training, right? Boxing. And I let people know, like, yo, I will have the link for pay-per-view within a day or two, and the early birds get a discount. And this guy was like, this is fucking bullshit. How are you gonna do pay-per-view? You're just trying to fucking make money off of everybody, and you know, whatever. You are, what do you say? You discredit boxing. So I go to his shit, right? I look at his shit. I'm like, okay. He has a fucking meme of Conor McGregor like knocking out Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he wrote, his caption was, "The new king of boxing. There's about to be a new king of boxing." I'm like, so you thought that this MMA guy was gonna be the king of boxing. The king of boxing.
Yeah.
And I'm discrediting boxing, and I'm fucking, so I'm supposed to go fight and potentially get fucked up for free. I can't make money on my shit. Like, what is so?
That's just the hating us.
But it's like, I feel stupid even explaining.
I would say that to even respond to something like that.
But it's so bizarre to me. It's so fast. I want to sit these kind of people down and like
waste the time.
And I want to gather them up and sit and interview them. Like, so let's talk about this. What's going on?
Waste of time. Anytime I've tried to interact with someone on that level, it's not gone well. It just goes over their head.
That would be a great fucking reality show. We could just call it Why.
Why?
What is going on? And just interview them on their life. Like, do you have a girlfriend? Like, what is your family like? Does your dad approve of this? But they're probably all the same. You know what I'm saying? Bunch of fucking weirdos. But nah. But listen, people are at different levels of mental development. People are at different levels of social intelligence, right? People, I mean, we travel the world. It's people who never get out of their fucking city. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I have a very high level of understanding. I think, you know, like, I understand why people become obese. I understand why people hate. I get it. You know, I don't agree with it. I think it's a weak characteristic, and I think it's unfortunate that instead of being motivated, they're fucking getting mad. You know what I'm saying? And it gets to the point where they gotta tell you that they fucking hate you. It's so weird.
I've always found that strange. We spoke about it. I just can't understand why anyone.
That's how it is, and that's how the masses of majority of the society is. You know what I mean? There's always going to be a small percentage of people that gets it, you know, and a huge part that don't. But our jobs is to try to try to season people that don't really understand to understand. Like, just try to understand, bro. Just try to get it. And at some point, maybe they will.
And what they always got to remember as well is it's not by force, man. You can choose what you consume. You choose what you consume, man. We're living in an age where, you know, streaming is taking over like network television, you know, so
choose exactly
you know, you don't have to be fuming.
Just go somewhere else.
Steaming, just go somewhere else, watch something else.
And what's even more beautiful, you can create your own fucking outlet.
Oh yeah, true.
You can
do it too.
You can do it too.
Yeah, get a camera, turn it on, say what you got to say.
Mike, Mike, you fucking here talking and shit and boxing. I want to see some fucking lifting. I want some fucking lifting, bro. Lift weights then. Turn your camera phone and record. Lift weights and knock yourself out. There's plenty of dudes with their shirts off lifting all over YouTube that you can go and look at if that's what you're into, because that's what you're telling me you're into. You're mad that I got my shirt on and I'm not fucking flexing for you. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it's kind of weird, but I get it. It's cool.
There's a plethora of things to watch, man.
Yeah,
just consume what you know. And actually, no, tell a lie, because this is where it's going to be a bit complicated, because there's echo chambers, and I believe that you shouldn't, you know, live in an echo chamber. You know, we're talking about bubbles and that. You should also seek things that you don't agree with to listen and understand perspectives. You know, so, but then you don't have to shout. You know, you don't have to. So I don't have to.
But it's silly
if there's something that you don't like, you ain't gonna just like start frantically typing some hate down.
Let's help these people out. It makes you look weird. It makes you look stupid. It makes you look weak, emotionally weak. What you're doing is you feel an emotional response, and you want to just fucking react. And you should never react out of emotion. Never. That's the worst thing to do. You jump out the window. You look silly. So you should always, you know, hold it in and just think about it. Think about it. You know what I mean? There's shit all the time that makes me upset or whatever, and I just hold on to it for a little while, and I'm like, that's not even a thing, really. You know what I mean? I let it go or whatever. But, you know, I've been the guy that fucking jumped out the window before. I've done it. You know what I mean? And every time I've done it, I felt like an asshole. It's unfortunate for those who don't feel like an asshole and keep doing it. But I'm trying to let you guys know that you look like an asshole. And people don't want to deal with people like that.
But then you gotta remember, these people that you're saying it to, they really don't care, because you never stay. You saying you look like Arsenal, you don't see them. It's all done through the phone. They don't have to deal with any reaction from the person that they're you know, whoever
there's no consequence.
There's no consequence. But you know, so
but you got to look at yourself. I think
in the mirror,
you got to look at yourself in the mirror, and you got to know you're a fucking coward. You're fucking.
It makes no difference to a lot of them, man.
Yeah, it doesn't. But just know that we know that. You know what I'm saying? We're aware that you got to look at yourself in the mirror, and you know that you're fucking, like Tupac said, or Shakespeare before him, a coward dies 1,000 deaths. A hero dies but once. You know what I mean? A coward, he shakes hands of people he don't like. He shit on you. Hey, what's up? Take a selfie with you. You know what I'm saying? That night he dies. When he look in the mirror, he's like, yeah, I didn't say.
But the tragic thing is, I don't think they do.
It's got to kill their soul, bro.
I don't think they know.
It's got to kill their soul.
I don't think so.
But they probably just so hollow, they just, you know, it doesn't matter.
But we're going to end on a positive, because we're loving the feedback that we're getting from you guys, and we're loving doing these podcasts. Continue to give us feedback. You know, there's a lot coming. You know, we're working hard to make this a professional show that you guys enjoy. And
we're working on an actual structure for you guys, but we're not going to be so locked in to where it's super regimented and you can time us when we're going to say this or that. But we are working on, look, this is our third one. You know, fuck it. It is what it is. We're talking about it. We're trying to make it a good show. We have a lot of good topics to talk about. You know, we want to bring a lot of different perspectives to you guys, not just our perspectives, but other people.
Sure.
And even people that don't agree with us. We want that as well. You know, it's all about creating dialogue. And I think it's very important in not just your personal lives, but just in society as a whole. You know what I mean? So, yeah, on that note, I think it's time to fucking eat.
Yeah.
We out of here.
Peace.
Peace.